that make you go boom.
Well, hello, children, and welcome to Things That Make You Go Boom! I am your host, Dr. Who Needs Knees, and today I am going to create something. Oh yes, I'm going to create the world's best board game. Yes, and to do this, I will be taking some of the best elements of some of the greatest games in the world, and I will mish them together with my mishing machine to create the best game in the world. First, I need my mishing machine. My mishing machine. Now I need to find some great games. We have Splendor. Splendor has some splendid little tokens which will go nicely into the mishing machine. Next, I will take out the Conan from the Conan. You dirty little man, you. I will take a Conan and add it to this. Where is he? Hello? Conan. Conan, are you there? People? Oh. Excuse me? Have you seen Conan? I'm looking for Conan. Ah, yes! It's the one with the big musk. And maybe a little bit of bellet. And maybe a hyena too. And then we take the best cards from Yu-Gi-Oh! You know the ones. The ones that go king. I haven't got any. These ones, the ones that go king. I'm sure there's some shiny ones somewhere in here. Here we go. And then finally, to bond it together with some molecules from my friend. Excusez-moi. Mr. Eureka! No, Dr. Eureka! Yes, these little molecules will hold the game together in a delicate balance of... Oh, I dropped it. I'm not allowed to touch it. Let's put some pins in. And now for the magic moment of making this game come alive! Ah, darn. I bet you that is Dr. Frankenstein. He's taken all the electricity again! I suppose I better phone his mother. Hello, Mrs. Frankenstein? Yes, it's me, Doctor Who Needs Knees. It's about your Frankie.
Hello Chabbits and welcome to another Board Games Everybody Should ... review. And if you haven't figured out what this review is from my really strange intro, you'll be surprised to find out that it's not Copycat by Freedom and Freeze, Mr. Paul Grogan, but it is in fact actually Dr. Eureka. This is a family style game for up to 4 players where players are playing as assistants helping Dr. Eureka in his laboratory, and he's throwing these little challenges to you, and it's a race for each player to try and mix these molecules together in the right combination, and it's a race. Did I say it was a race? Yes, I said it was a race. But it's a race, and the player that is the quickest at mixing these molecules together without spilling them or getting them touching their skin is going to be the winner. This game is very easy to teach, and I'll teach it to you now, and afterwards I'll tell you what I think about it, and afterwards I'll tell you if it's a board game that you should have in your collection. At the beginning of the game, each player will receive 3 test tubes with 2 molecules of each colour inside, purple, green and red. There'll also be a deck of cards which will be placed face down in the middle of the table. One player will reveal the top card. Now you can either reveal it and then go, or you can reveal it and let people think a bit and then do a countdown, 3, 2, 1, go, and then play. And what the object is the players have to arrange these molecules in these 3 test tubes into the same configuration which is marked on the card. The first one that does so will shout Eureka! Which means Doctor comes over and looks, and everyone can examine to see if they got it correct in the correct order and everything. And if you get it in the correct order and you're the fastest, you get to keep this card as like a reward. And what will happen is you'll leave the bees as they are at the end of your round, and then you draw the next card and do the same thing over and over again until one player arrives at 5 cards in front of them, which means they got 5 points and they have won the game. So, how do you move these molecules around? Well, you don't use telepathy. That's one I've tried, it doesn't work. What you'll be doing is you will be remembering that these molecules are very dangerous, and if they fall on the floor they explode, which means that you're going to be eliminated from the round and you'll have to wait until the next card comes up. Again, they are very toxic, so if they touch your skin, you're going to get badly hurt, and again you will be eliminated from the round. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to carefully and very delicately arrange them like so. As you can see, it's a dexterity game where you have to carefully move these balls, these molecules, from one test tube to another. Now, as you can see, it does require a bit of skill, but it can be done quite easily. So there you go, I've done it. I shout Eureka. If I'm first and it's correct, I get to take the card. Another thing that you can do is if you've got the combination button the wrong way round, like this, I've got green purple when it should be purple green, purple red. I must lay off the coffee. You can turn your test tube over like so, so it does match the corresponding card. So that's another thing that you can do. As I said, the first player to 5 points, 5 cards, will win the game. And that is it. So you're probably saying to yourself that this game is mainly aimed at children. Well, there is a variant included in the rules, which I would say is a lot more adult-based. Now, if you know the game Ricochet Robots, where you have these robots in a labyrinth, and each round you have a different color robot which has got to get to a different color location, and you have to guess how many moves it's going to take. That's included in this game. What you can do is you can draw a card, every player can look at that card, and then you start calculating how many moves it's going to take until you arrive at that formula there with the molecules. And the player that guesses the least, well, not guesses the least, but says the smallest number, will have to try it to win that card. So I may say that I can do that in 6 moves, and so it's a case of, yeah, I'm going to have to do it. It doesn't specify what a move is, but I'm guessing a move is anything where you have 2 Bunsen's test tubes. So that would be one move, and then this would be another move, and then this would be another move, and even if I went, oh, a bit wrong, that's still the same move. So, if the game sounds easy in principle for the main rules, there is this variant which is a little bit more thinky. So, to sum up, Dr. Eureka is a board game that every young scientist should have. This game is light, kid-friendly, simple, quick playing, and it can be really hilarious fun. Everything about the game shouts family and kids. Okay, the colours, the art style, everything. It's a wonderful design. The box insert holds everything beautifully. I don't have a problem with that. The rules are well written, apart from what I just said earlier about they're not explaining what a turn is. But as you can see, very, very small rule book. And as a quantity element itself, it works. It's solid, it's clean, and it's family friendly. This game is very easy to teach. You can teach it in under 2 minutes and people will understand it very, very quickly. In regards to that, it's great for children because they will grasp onto the idea very quickly. In regards to maybe your grandparents grasping onto the idea, they will grasp it as well. And this is a great way for connecting those two generations, as I have found out. It is a simple, clean idea which works really, really quickly. But unfortunately, its replayability may suffer because of that. Because it is a simple idea, because it's a simple mechanism, you may dry up on it pretty quickly. Although there is that variation which could probably extend the life of it a bit. But is this game my cup of tea? I would say no. It's bordering on maybe close to being my cup of tea. There's just not enough in this box. I mean, there's enough in here for the price point that you pay, but there's not enough to keep this game playing. It needs like boxing gloves or a blindfold, and so you have to do it blindfolded or with boxing gloves on or something to hamper, something to extend the gameplay and make it challenging, because this game feels like a game show. This is like one of those little tests that Larry Grayson used to do on the Generation game. And it feels like that, and I like that. But because the replayability is so short in the game, you've played it, you put it away, it's you might not even come back to it, is the problem. As I said, this game is great for demoing, and I've demoed this game a lot to try and get people to be interested in board games, and it goes down really well. But as a gamer, it feels like it's more of a game for kids, and that's where its niche market is. It's kids game, even though it's got that slightly adult variant. It is a kids game, and it does what it says on the box, which is cartoony and kiddie. So if that appeals to you, go and check out Dr. Eureka. Now remember, I am giving you advice on board games here. I'm trying to tell you what is going to probably be your cup of tea or maybe not your cup of tea. So it's up to you to choose, because you don't have to own every single board game out there. You just need to own a few good ones. And hopefully I've pointed you in the right direction of a few good ones. And if you think I have, maybe you want to go and check out my website, boardgameseverybodyshould.com. And if you want to help out make these shows, you can contribute a few pennies towards my Patreon over on the Patreon page. But I'll leave it at that. Thank you for watching this video, and hopefully catch you soon with a Conan review. Yes, Conan is coming, and it's going to be big. So look out for that. Ciao for now. That's really cheesy.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship.
It doesn't matter. Paper Plane 52. These are the voyages of the starship Paper Plane 52. Its 5-year mission to seek out and destroy brave new planets and brave new people, and to boldly fly where no paper plane has flied before.
Yes, this is the Berkey and Badger Board Game Babble Show podcast, live YouTube streaming thing where we babble.
Live thingy.
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
And we also do a podcast. So you can listen to this on the podcast and miss out on all the visual expressions, or you can watch this video live on YouTube and actually comment and talk back and forth with us. So
Yes, talk back and forth with us. We'd love that.
yes, let's go to the comments now, and
There they are.
I see
A lot of comments.
there's a lot of comments.
There's a lot of comments coming up. We're not going to be able to keep up with them all.